And now I'm going to start the stream in 3, 2, 1. Checking now. We should be live. I'm going to go double check the actual stream, but it should be going. I am seeing a stream. We're good. Live.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back once again to Batman Athenaeum. One of these days before the final episode, we will figure out how to pronounce it, but not today, I guess. So, very exciting news. We're almost done with the season. This is our second to last stream before we have finished all the episodes of the season. After that, we might just do one bonus flash forward episode so that you can see all your faves. But other than that, um, this is it. So I guess if we want to get started, let's go ahead and just go down the roster and everyone say who you're voicing for tonight.
Hi, my name's Adam New. I'm not in this episode. I'll be in the next episode.
Hi, everybody. My name is Belshber Sape, and I'll be voicing Luke in this episode.
Even
Cade.
extras have to give their parts.
Cade.
Poke. Cade.
Uh-oh.
Cade. Cade's away. Hi, I'm Carl Brooks, and I'll be voicing young Bruce Wayne.
Hi, I'm Hannah Dove, and I play Julie Madison.
Hi, my name's John Archer. I am filling in for a sweet man named Mayo, who is not here and is sick and needs to get better and is a sweet man. And I'll be voicing Ojo while he's gone and potentially homeless people.
Hi, my name is James Riley. I will be voicing the Wayne Enterprises security guard.
Hi, my name is Jazzy Oliver. I am voicing a receptionist.
Hi there, I'm Josh Lee, and I'm voicing Howard Brandon.
Hey there, I'm Crystal Martinez, and I'll be voicing Holly Robinson in the second episode tonight. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lucia Lobosvia. I guess I'll be doing a couple extra voices for this episode, and I will be doing Selena Kyle slash Catwoman in the next one. And I wrote the script.
Hey, my name is Ryan Hoyle. I'm going to be voicing Prescott Madison and Thomas Wayne.
Hi there, I'm Sam Trout, and I'll be voicing a board member.
Hi, I'm Shakira Dunn, and I'll be voicing young Tamara Fox.
Good evening. I'm Christopher Johnson, and I will be the narrator.
And I am William Nunn, and I will be playing the homeless guy and Roland Daggett in episode 17.
That appears to be everyone then. Let's get started.
Wait, Kiwi, did you say you?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe I just want to hear you more, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, then, if that's all, Chris, will you please go ahead and take us away with narration?
Alrighty. Batman Athenaeum, Episode 17, The Pain Seller, by Lucia Lobosvia, based on the works of Bill Finger and Bob Kane. Adapted in part from The Pain Seller by Frank Hanna and Mask of the Phantasm by Kelly Puckett. Exterior, Wayne Manor. Gardens, sunset. Bruce and Julie are sitting on a blanket in the grass together, watching the sunset.
So I told him, Mr. Hill, you can either conduct your business with me, or you can wait in the lobby for my father. But seeing as he's currently vacationing in the tropics, you might be there a while.
I bet he changes his tune real quick after that.
It's ridiculous. I've been around the banking business my whole life. He couldn't ask for a more knowledgeable consultant.
Bruce takes her hand in his, turning her to face him, smiling.
I would trust no one else to look over my assets.
Oh, you are incorrigible.
Bruce leans in to kiss her. Once he does, she throws her arms around him, pulling him down onto the blanket with her. Bruce makes a surprise sound, but goes with it.
Miss Madison, I do believe it's about time I had my portfolio reassessed.
Really, Mr. Wayne? How many times can I assess your family heirlooms for you in a week?
How many free days you got?
Julie giggles as Bruce kisses her neck. Alfred walks out of the house with lemonade and cookies, but sees they're busy and goes right back inside, not wanting to interrupt. Bruce finishes kissing Julie and flops to lie beside her, looking up at the sky, holding her hand. His smile disappears as he accidentally rolls on his arm that got shot recently, wincing slightly. Julie sighs dreamily.
I could stay like this all day. Could you?
Oh, sorry, Julie. My mind was on something else.
Like what?
Oh, just plans for the future, you know?
No, I don't. When was the last time you talked to me about your plans?
Julie smiles at him.
You know, Dad's been wanting to meet you. I told him you're not up to it yet.
I can meet him.
Really? Great. I'll call him right now.
Julie stands, dusting herself off. Bruce sits up, looking anxious and, unsure. Julie notices.
You sure about this?
Sure. Sure, I'm sure.
Let's see about that.
She suddenly runs off. Bruce sits there, confused.
What are you waiting for? Don't you know the man is supposed to chase the girl?
Bruce smirks and jumps to his feet, running after her.
Okay, but if I catch you, I get to keep you.
That's the idea.
Bruce chases Julie down and grabs her from behind, hugging on.
Gotcha.
Julie makes a delighted shriek as Bruce kisses her neck.
No. Looks like you have to keep me.
Oh, I did say that, didn't I?
You did?
Bruce rests his chin on her shoulder, hugging onto her waist.
Then you're my girlfriend?
If I get my way, it'll be more than that someday.
Bruce lets go of her waist and turns her to face him, cupping her cheek.
Someday soon?
I hope so.
Bruce kisses her. Alfred approaches with lemonade, clearing his throat.
Refreshments.
Thank you, Alfred.
Julie takes a glass, smiling. She spins away, her dress twirling, enjoying the lovely day out in the gardens, sipping at her glass of lemonade. Bruce takes his glass and speaks aside to Alfred.
What am I doing, Alfred? This isn't part of the plan. I must be going nuts.
If I may be so bold, Master Bruce, I'd say quite the reverse.
Julie steps on a loose patch of dirt, which slips out from under her. She loses her balance, but Bruce jumps forward and catches her, pulling her to him.
Julie!
A swarm of bats comes out of the hole that appears in the shifting soil. Julie screams, hiding her face against Bruce, who holds Julie to his body protectively and kneels with her to avoid the swarm of bats as best they can. The bats pass. Bruce looks up, shaken up.
Okay. It's okay. They're past. Are you hurt, Julie?
Bruce checks Julie, only to find she's fainted.
Julie!
We zoom in on her face. Exterior, Gotham streets. Past. A young Julie wanders the streets in the rough part of Gotham. She looks to be in her tweens at the oldest.
When I was a kid, I had this friend named Marco. He was a lonely boy, no friends except me. And then one day he went missing.
Say that! You hear me? I know things!
Young Julie gives him a wide berth and keeps walking, putting up "Have you seen me?" posters with pictures of Marco.
He went to the market for his mom one day and never came back. The whole town was shocked and sickened over it. Those sort of things just didn't happen to kids from our neighborhood.
Young Julie turns the corner, just to see the posters she had previously put up have been torn down and left all over the floor. She wipes at her eyes and defiantly puts more posters up.
Then 5 minutes later, they moved on to something else.
Interior, Madison Manor. Dining room. Young Julie sits at the table with her parents.
Julie, that's enough. This morbid fascination with your missing friend is upsetting your mother.
To care.
Of course, Julie. But there's nothing you can do. It's not safe for a girl your age to be wandering around those sorts of neighborhoods alone. Now eat your dinner.
Young Julie pouts, but gives in.
Yes, Mom.
Focus on the clock on the wall. Interior, Madison Manor. Dining room, night. It's now late at night. The lights are off. Everyone is asleep. Julie sneaks in, wearing a baggy winter coat, her hair shoved under a hat. She opens up the liquor cabinet, climbing up on a chair to reach the top shelf and grab a bottle of alcohol. She hides it in her baggy coat and hurries away. Exterior, Gotham streets, alleyway. Young Julie approaches the ranting homeless man from before.
Saw something. I saw something nasty. You don't want to know what I saw, boy.
Young Julie pulls the alcohol bottle out of her coat and shows it to the man.
You want this? Then tell me what you saw.
You give me the bottle, then I'll tell you.
Young Julie hands him the bottle.
The man was way bigger than me. I knew I couldn't risk getting on his bad side. All I could do was comply and try to keep this friendly.
Top shelf liquor. Nice.
Marco, the boy in the flyer. You saw him got taken, didn't you?
The homeless man chugs down the entire bottle.
Well, I don't know, no Marco, but yeah, maybe I saw something.
Where? Where did you see this? Tell me!
You think I care about some boy taken to Adderling? I don't care. None of my damn business.
Etterling?
A brute comes up behind Julie and grabs her, lifting her by her coat suddenly.
You lost, boy. What else you got in that coat?
Did my mic not pick that up?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't. It's not your fault.
Okay, sorry, that happens sometimes.
The homeless man smashes his empty liquor bottle in the brute's face, knocking him unconscious. Young Julie gets to her feet, shaken up. The homeless man points the broken glass bottle at Julie.
What you made me do? Now get out of here before I cut you like a fish!
Young Julie flees. Exterior Gotham streets. Open streets. Young Julie keeps running, getting splashed by a car that drives through a puddle, nearly hitting her.
Entire time I ran, I was racking my brain. Etterling. Etterling. Was that a person's name? A city?
Young Julie stops, hiding under a bus stop, catching her breath. She looks up and sees a sign. Ederling Drive Apartments.
Of course.
She wipes her face, gathering her courage, and heads over.
It was the scariest apartment building I had ever seen. Abandoned, run down, straight out of a horror movie. It had to be this place.
Young Julie scouts the place out, looking around. She spots a fire escape, leading to an open window.
There was an open window. I didn't want to go in, but something was telling me it was all up to me.
Young Julie scales the ladder and climbs in through the open window. Interior, shady apartment. She sees a staircase into the darkness before her.
What did you feel?
Terror. Building. I'm afraid to look.
It's okay. I'm right here.
She carefully makes her way down the steps, leading to a shut door.
I can't. The smell. It's horrible.
Death.
Yes.
Young Julie opens the door. Interior, shady apartment. Dark cellar. Inside, young Julie spots a large metal go-go dancer-style cage. Locked inside sits a boy her age wearing nothing but a pair of ragged blue jeans.
Behind the door, some kind of dark cellar for storing pain. And inside, Marco?
Marco looks emaciated and exhausted, with dark bags under his eyes and his skin sticking to his ribs.
He didn't seem to be all there. I couldn't tell if it was from starvation, sleep deprivation, or if he'd been drugged. I'm gonna get you out of here.
He's coming back.
Marco? Hey, wake up! Can you understand me?
She touches the cage.
He's gonna kill me tonight. He said so.
Marco suddenly lunges forward and grabs young Julie's wrist.
Promise me you'll get help.
Promise. I'll be right back.
Young Julie wrenches free of Marco's hold and turns to run, only to run into a bearded man.
What's this? Get away from him!
The bearded man smacks Julie aside. She shrieks. Landing near a pile of bricks, the bearded man lumbers over.
I don't like strangers snooping around my business. I'll kill you.
Young Julie grabs a brick and slams it into the bearded man's face. The bearded man grabs his face, crying out in pain and stumbling back, temporarily blinded. Marco stands up, finding a burst of strength.
Run!
Young Julie springs to her feet and runs for her life.
I'll kill you, little girl!
I ran until my lungs burned, all the way to the nearest police station.
Interior, Madison Manor, entryway. Young Julie clings to her dad as her parents talk to police officer Brandon.
We checked the house. There was no one there. Maybe your little princess just has an active imagination. Precious, but a waste of police resources.
He was there!
That's enough. We told you not to go out there again. You could have been killed.
Prescott Madison picks young Julie up.
No more going out without supervision, and that's final. Come on, let's get you to bed.
Prescott carries his daughter up while Miss Madison deals with the police.
We are so sorry about this. Send our condolences to Marco's parents as well.
Interior, Wayne Manor, study, night, present. Julie sits on the couch in Bruce's arms.
Marco Franchetti. That was his name. I haven't so much as thought of him since it happened.
It all came flooding back to you?
Julie nods.
While I was passed out, it's like I dreamed him back into my memories. I know it sounds crazy.
Doesn't sound crazy at all. I have those sorts of dreams often too.
About your parents?
Bruce grimaces.
Let's not make it about me. Are you all right?
I think so. Thank you for taking care of me and for listening. I can't tell you what this means to me.
We all have a past, Julie. This just tells me you're not the one to forget a promise, even if it hurts.
The past is one thing. What about your plans for the future? The ones I'm not a part of.
Bruce frowns, looking away, and sighs.
You are now.
He turns back to her, cupping her face devotedly.
I'm changing the plan.
They embrace. Just as they're about to kiss, a stray bat bursts through the window, fluttering about and screeching. Bruce stands, shielding Julie. Bruce rips the curtains from a window and throws them over the bat, catching it.
Be careful! It could have rabies!
Bruce lifts up the bundled curtain, the bat beating around inside the makeshift bag as Bruce ties it off.
Guess it's time I dealt with my own pain cellar. Alfred!
Your own pain cellar? What do you...
Bruce smiles, coming over and kissing her forehead.
I'll have Alfred give you a ride home. Please, get some rest. I'll take care of the bat infestation, as well as a few other things I've been putting off. It'll be okay, Julie.
You promise?
I do.
We pan out the window to see them in a silhouette as Bruce kneels before Julie. We pan over to Bruce's bedroom window and dissolve to morning. Interior, Wayne Manor, Bruce's bedroom, morning. Bruce is getting ready in a business suit, fixing up his cuffs and tie. He turns to Alfred.
How do I look?
Positively Arthurian.
Bruce grabs his briefcase from the bed and takes a breath to steady himself.
Shall I bring the car around?
You know, I think I'll drive myself. You only get one shot at first impression, right?
Very good, sir. Animal control called. The bat wasn't rabid, which surprised them. This sort of behavior is completely uncharacteristic.
They must be overcrowded down there. But one thing at a time. Call Julie, let her know she's in the clear. Through a vaccine I just hurt in... What was the line? Though a vaccine couldn't hurt, just in case.
Bruce turns to go.
Will that be all, then?
Oh, ask her if she wants to go out tonight. Her choice, whatever she fancies.
What of your other nocturnal activities, Master Bruce?
Consider them on hold for the moment.
Bruce leaves. Alfred puts a hand to his chest and breathes in relief. Interior, Wayne Enterprises, corporate office, entrance. A security guard stands near the elevators. A receptionist sits at the front desk, organizing some files. Bruce waltzes in, removing his sunglasses, and approaches the receptionist, leaning on the desk.
Hi, I'd like to see someone in R&D. Could you provide me with directions?
Do you have an appointment?
The receptionist begins checking her planner, not even bothering to look up.
Because I don't see anything here.
No, I didn't think I needed one.
Bruce grins, joking. The receptionist isn't catching on.
I'm sorry, I can't let anyone in without an appointment. Would you like to make one? If you leave your name and number, I can have someone call you back.
I know it's been a while since I last visited, but this is a bit much.
The receptionist nervously signals the security guard who comes over.
I can't help you with that, sir. Would you like to leave your name and number? Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Is there a problem?
No problem.
Then hurry up, give the lady your info, move along.
And here, I'll spell it. My name is BRUSE.
Is it?
Bruce with an S.
Yeah.
He's just messing to say.
The receptionist obviously starts writing it, obliviously starts writing this down, confused.
Uh-huh.
WAYNE.
The receptionist finishes writing it down and stills. She looks up at him, eyes wide, realizing who she's looking at, still confused.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry!
It's quite all right. I could have told you sooner. I was just wondering how long it'd be before you figured it out.
You know this Yahoo, Trish?
Yeah, we all should, Barry. His name's on the building.
You mean this is Bruce Wayne? Shoot! I apologize, sir. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. You were both doing your jobs. So, about those directions to R&D?
Of course. It's on the 14th floor. Oh, but you need a badge to get in. Let me call someone real quick.
I'd rather not make a scene if possible.
No prob. Lucius will take care of it.
Lucius.
Luke.
The security guard calls to a young boy, around age 12, sitting on a chair in the corner playing with the Game Boy SP.
Yeah?
Escort Mr. Wayne to see your dad.
Mm-hmm. Luke gets up and walks over with a sigh, a bored preteen.
So, you're the legendary Bruce Wayne, huh?
Legendary. I didn't think I had a reputation with kids.
You don't.
Shouldn't you be in school?
Shouldn't you be at work?
Luke turns around and walks to the back. He presses the button to call the elevator.
Luke's in an accelerated learning program. His hour's a little different from public school.
Huh. Be a smart kid.
Hey, you coming, boss man?
Oh.
Bruce jogs over and enters the elevator with Luke as the doors open. Interior, Wayne Enterprises. Corporate office. Elevator. Bruce stands there awkwardly with Luke. Luke takes a badge from his pocket and scans it.
You got your own badge? Bit young to work here, aren't you?
It's my dad's. You can't access the higher floors without a badge with sufficient clearance.
Take it your dad has free run at the place.
The elevator door is shut and it starts moving.
Everywhere except the top floor. He says he used to have access when Thomas Wayne was still around, but that got revoked when he, you know.
Did your father know mine?
Oh, yeah. My sister Tamara was named after him. Drives my mom crazy.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Is that the same accelerated learning program as you? Oh, is she in... Is she the same accelerated learning program as you?
Luke crosses his arms, pouting.
No.
Sorry. A sore spot? I guess I must have... way higher expectations placed on you.
Swing and a miss, boss man. I'm what the educational system calls gifted. You know, a step beyond above average. But my sister Tam? Ugh, she's more like a child prodigy.
I can't say I fully grasp the... distinction.
She's a little kid and she's already taking high school level classes.
Ooh.
Yeah, try measuring up to that.
I can't imagine. Only child.
I got that.
An awkward silence. The elevator dings as they reach their floor. The doors
14th?
open.
I'm sorry.
You good?
14th floor. Research and development. This is your stop, Mr. Wayne. Just straight ahead through those glass doors.
Bruce steps out onto the 14th floor. Interior, Wayne Enterprises. Corporate office, 14th floor. Bruce looks back at Luke in the elevator.
Thanks. Where do I find Lucius?
Don't worry, he'll find you.
Luke presses a button and the elevator doors ding.
Well, it's not ominous.
The elevator doors shut and the elevator goes back down.
At all.
Bruce shrugs and tries to walk inside the room. The doors are locked. Bruce tries them again, then resorts to knocking on the glass. A middle-aged woman inside looks up and walks over.
Hello? Hi. Yes, I don't have a badge to scan yet. Can you open the door?
It was a middle-aged man, Chris, not a woman.
Uh-oh.
A
Expectations.
middle-aged man looks up at Bruce.
Lucia Fox. Carry on.
The man opens the door.
Oh my god.
Hey, thanks for answering. I swear, I'm allowed to be here. I'm
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce blinks, surprised.
Have we met?
Not since you were in diapers, but I can see the resemblance from a mile away. It's uncanny how much you look like both of them.
Then you must be Lucius Fox.
You know me?
Your son pointed me in your direction.
Luke. Sorry about that. Come on inside.
Lucius ushers Bruce in. Interior, Wayne Enterprises, corporate office, R&D department entrance. Lucius begins giving Bruce a tour of his workstation. All around there's shelves filled with electronics and complex pieces that Lucius has been tinkering with. His workstation is a little more than a glorified desk and bench. The place is small, only about the size of a bedroom.
Welcome, Mr. Wayne, to my workstation.
It's something.
No need to hold your tongue on my behalf, Mr. Wayne. I take it you expected something a little bit more technologically advanced?
A tad, or at least spacious.
Lucius chuckles and pulls a cord. The blinds open, revealing a huge window to the next room. The next room takes up the, rest of the floor. It's a sterile, futuristic white room with state of the art robotics being worked on by various employees.
It's all one door down.
Ah. So this is your office.
Correct.
Then you must be head of R&D.
Were that it were so, perhaps my wife would stop telling me to move on and find a new place of employment.
I don't understand.
Lucius walks over to his desk and sits down, tinkering with something.
I haven't had a promotion here since the tragedy. I'm certain it's only out of respect for your father they haven't pink-slipped a dinosaur like me.
You're not that old. You're younger than my parents would have been today.
It's not so much my age as my work. Not to say that's outdated either. Just that the company's gone in a different direction since the interim CEO took over.
Bruce looks through the window and sees him testing out a tank-like tumbling vehicle with turrets that come out of hidden compartments and fire.
What? Wayne Tech Primary Forces is medical technology? We're supposed to save lives, not take them.
Lucius adjusts his glasses as he explains.
Unfortunately, with the tragic passing of our beloved CEO, Wayne Enterprises found its stock in freefall. Military contracts, however, are lucrative and have the potential for long-term gains. Very appealing to the stakeholders.
So they stuck you in a closet off to the side.
I was never particularly popular with the old guard. When your father first hired me, it was an extremely controversial decision.
If it was your first tech job, why were you such a controversial hire?
This was the 70s, Mr. Wayne.
Interior, Wayne Enterprises, boardroom, past. 1970s Gotham. Thomas stands before the board, all sitting at the conference table. A young Lucius stands behind Thomas, eyes downcast, holding his portfolio.
I'd come from the poorest slum in Gotham, and yet there I was, in a room with the richest man in Gotham. And if that wasn't bad enough, I had the audacity to also be black.
I am advocating for him personally!
Mr. Wayne, with all due respect, the board is unanimous. The answer is no.
Thomas slams his hand on the table.
I don't care if every man in this room shouts their disapproval from the rooftops. In fact, while you're up there, check the name on the side of this building and remember who you answer to. I'm hiring him, damn it, and there's not a damn thing anyone can do to stop me.
Thomas turns on his heel and storms out. Lucius gasps and follows after him sheepishly down the hall.
Bunch of overfed idiots, the lot of them. No imagination whatsoever. That's why this company needs a visionary like you, Lucius.
Yes, sir, Mr. Wayne. Thank you.
Interior, Wayne Enterprises corporate office, R&D department, present. Lucius chuckles fondly.
So my father believed in you.
He was impressed by my portfolio, and that I'd graduated top of my class at Gotham U. Not exactly Ivy League, but it was what I could afford at the time. First in my family to attend university, but I sure won't be the last.
I heard. Sounds like both of your kids are brilliant, especially your daughter.
Tamara is as strong-willed as her mother, and even smarter than her father. She wants to get into med school before she turns 18.
A doctor, like her namesake.
Luke tell you that too? That boy's rebellious streak is going to be the death of me.
I like him. He says what's on his mind.
Thank you for your charitable impression of my son. I hope you're not offended.
Not at all. I admit I found it a bit odd at first, but now that I know what my father did for you, I understand. It's a touching tribute.
I owe him a debt of gratitude. Despite my impressive academic record, I couldn't get anyone in the industry to call me back. Not even with a rejection. Your father stepped forward and changed that for me. With Wayne Tech on my resume, I could work at any Fortune 500 company in the country. It was a different world for people like me back then. Thomas Wayne was ahead of his time.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help your kids reach their dreams, let me know, Lucius.
Much obliged, Mr. Wayne. So, what brings you to R&D today?
This is gonna sound strange, but there's a cavern underneath Wayne Manor. My girlfriend almost fell in, and I decided it's time I did something about it. But as far as I can tell, it goes pretty deep down. I need to get down there and find out how large it is so I can figure out how to best fill it in or just see what equipment I need of my father's old rock climbing gear. I was curious to see if we develop anything that might be of use.
Sounds like an awful risk. Why not hire an expert to take care of this for you?
Honestly, it's something of a personal vendetta. I feel in these caverns when I was a kid scared me senseless. It might sound strange, but if something I'd rather confront myself.
Say no more. Let's see what prototypes I've got on the shelf here.
Lucius goes over to the shelves and picks through some devices, checking them. Suddenly, Roland Daggett bursts in.
Mr. Wayne! Roland Daggett. My apologies. I was in a meeting. I came as soon as my secretary let me know.
Daggett puts out his hand to shake Bruce's hand. Bruce shakes.
No problem at all, Mr. Daggett. Mr. Fox was helping me just fine.
Daggett frowns at Lucius as Lucius brings over a device.
Yes, I can see that. Lucius, don't bother Mr. Wayne with your silly gadgets and gizmos. Come with me, Mr. Wayne. I'll take you to our actual R&D department. We have this military-grade tumbler that's, no pun intended, to die for.
Daggett tries to lead Bruce away, taking his arm. But Bruce plats his feet and refuses to move, pulling his arm deftly out of Daggett's grip.
I think I'd rather see what Mr. Fox is holding. If so, what's this, Lucius?
Well, it's a grapple gun, sir. You fire it in the direction of whatever you wish to climb. The built-in processor algorithmically determines the best spot to latch on. Tiny thrusters on the head of the hooks then move them in the desired direction. The hooks grab on like a claw, and they're military-grade titanium alloy, so they can hold up several 100 pounds. Maybe more, with a strong enough cable attached.
Fascinating. Okay, what's this button do?
That's the release trigger. It's locked to prevent accidental drops. To unlock, first you have to press on the safety.
All right, Lucius, that'll do. Why don't you run along while I introduce Mr. Wayne to our head engineer?
You mean the one my daddy trained?
We pan over to see Luke has brought his little sister Tam, around age 6, holding her hand.
Luke! Luke, what are you thinking bringing Tam up here?
She wanted to meet the boss man.
Lucius, I already warned you. You can't have your whole litter trampling about on this floor. It's a liability.
My whole what?
Mr. Daggett, am I going to have to ask you to leave?
I didn't mean it in a derogatory sense. Everyone today is too sensitive.
Correction. I'm going to have to ask you to clean out your desk.
You can't do that! I'm the CEO!
Interim CEO. You can shout it from the rooftops as loud as you like. But if you're up there, check the name on the building. Last I checked, it still says Wayne.
Daggett glares at Bruce. The room is dead, quiet, and tense.
Welcome home, Mr. Wayne. Enjoy this quarter's lost reports.
Daggett storms off.
Okay, boss man. Okay. I'm starting to see the legend.
Tamara runs over and hugs onto Lucius. Lucius sets the grapple gun on the desk and kneels down to hug Tamara.
I think we lost most of that.
Oh.
Let's just get it again.
You're not gonna get fired, are you? Mommy will be so mad.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. Tamara, I take it?
Tamara looks up at Bruce.
I know you?
Tamara Manners. This is Bruce Wayne, Thomas's son. He owns the company.
Bruce squats to Tamara's eye level and offers his hand.
It's an honor to meet you. I hear you were named after my father. Is that why you want to become a doctor, like he was?
Tamara shakes her head. She lets go of Lucius and puts her tiny hand in Bruce's big one, shaking it. She's a cheeky kid.
Doctor to save people.
That is an excellent answer.
Thanks. Genius.
Lucius chuckles, too fond of her to be mad.
Tamara? Nobody likes a show-off.
To Luke. He was being a total show-off for the front desk lady.
Not
Tamara laughs as Luke whines in embarrassment. Bruce stands, smiling.
Luke, do me a favor.
What's that, boss man?
Let your mother know your dad's got the rest of the week off with pay to celebrate his promotion.
Lucius stands.
Mr. Wayne, I don't know what to say.
To head of R&D, which comes with a large pay increase.
Whoa! Mom's gonna flip! Oh yeah! Can we, Dad? Can we?
Please, 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 please!
Hold on now. Settle down.
As the kids accost Lucius, Bruce walks out the door.
See you Monday.
The kids keep accosting Lucius in their excitement, while Lucius struggles to calm them down. We see the spot on the desk where the grapple gun was is empty. Interior, Wayne Enterprises, corporate office, 14th floor. Bruce walks out of Lucius's office and heads to the elevator, pressing a button to go down. As he goes inside the elevator, Bruce opens his coat to check on the grapple gun he snatched on his way out.
Grapple gun, huh?
The elevator doors ding and shut. Interior, caverns below Wayne Manor. Bruce hops down into the darkness, light streaming in from above him.
Are you alright down there?
Yeah. Gonna check out how deep this goes.
Be careful!
Bruce switches on his flashlight and walks forward through a tunnel until it opens into a wide, expansive cave.
Wow.
The radio on Bruce's tool belt goes off. Alfred's voice is coming from it.
What is it? Did you find something?
Bruce pulls the radio from his belt and speaks into it.
Sure did.
Well, what do you see?
It's huge. Way too big to fill a room with concrete. This thing must run under the entire estate. Probably further.
So, what are you going to do?
Bruce grins, tucking the radio back on his belt and pulling out the grapple gun. Bruce runs forward.
Hello? Master Bruce? Hello?
I'm gonna check it out.
Bruce jumps off of a ledge, firing the grapple gun at the camera. End.
Great job.
Hey, we did it. Good job, everyone.
I
That
want to
was fun.
thank Ron for last minute filling in for Lucius, since our Lucius couldn't make it. So thank you so much, Ron, for filling in.
You're
And
welcome.
oh my goodness, I love you guys. Oh, so great. It was really nice to see the Fox family, who are personal favorites of mine in the Batman universe. So I'm so happy right now because I love those characters. So I guess we're gonna take about a few minutes breaks. Let's say we'll get back at on the hour, so it's 9 Central Time. What do you guys think? Enough time for everyone to pee and
That
get water?
sounds good.
That sounds good, yeah.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Do you need me at all for episode 18, Lucia?
I think we're good for episode 18. I think. Wait, is Tick not here? Because he was supposed to be the one. Oh, are we going on break real quick?
Yeah, we're going on a break, so let me do that real quick. Thank
Yeah,
you all
yeah.
for watching.
Yeah,
Good to
yeah.
be back.